What if I told you one of the biggest steals in the 2020 NBA draft is averaging only 5 points per game in his rookie season? Hey, what's up everybody? It's TKE, and today we are going to be breaking down the 5 biggest steals in the 2020 NBA draft. But before we get into that video, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button and drop a like on today's video. But without further ado, let's get into it. These players are coming in at no particular order. These are just the 5 best that I have seen so far this season. And the first player we're going to talk about is Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley was drafted 25th overall by the New York Knicks. So far in his rookie season, Quickley is averaging 12.2 points, 2.3 rebounds, 2.4 assists in just 18.7 minutes per game. His per 36-minute stats are almost 25 points, which is just ridiculous. IQ is also dropping 38% from 3 and has one of the best floaters in the entire league already. It's a huge part of the reason that the Knicks are 500 on this season. The Knicks were a team that were looking to be kind of disappointing, but so far, Immanuel Quickley, along with a bunch of other really solid players, have got the Knicks performing good in the Eastern Conference. The second player we're going to talk about today is Tyrese Haliburton. Now, Tyrese Haliburton was drafted 12th overall by the Sacramento Kings. So far in his rookie season, Haliburton is averaging 13.2 points, 3.6 rebounds, 5.4 assists in 30 minutes of action. He's also shooting 43.3% from 3 on almost 6 attempts per game. Tyrese is also third in rookie scoring behind the first and third overall pick, Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. There was questions coming out of college about his form, and after proving at Iowa State that he was a good shooter, he's proving that in the NBA as well, connecting so far on 43% of his threes. Now, Tyrese Haliburton isn't a player that you probably would have taken first, second, or third overall over Edwards, Ball, or Wiseman, but he has a serious case for being the 4th best player in this class. I just don't think that the overall ceiling of his game is nearly as high as those top 3 players, but outside of that, there's a very good case that Haliburton should have been taken 4th overall by the Bulls. But unfortunately for the Bulls, and luckily for the Kings, he fell all the way to 12th, and he's looking really nice next to De'Aaron Fox. The third player we're going to talk about today is Desmond Bane. Now, Desmond Bane spent 4 years at TCU, and that is one of the biggest reasons that he fell to 30th overall in the draft. Teams did not want to take a chance on Desmond Bane because he was already 22 years old. Teams really like to take young prospects with a lot of potential, and when you're coming into the league at 22, that's kind of the hindrance on that. That caused him to fall all the way to the end of the first round to the 30th overall pick, and he went to the Memphis Grizzlies. But Bane has looked really good so far in his rookie season. He's averaging 9.6 points, 2.6 rebounds, and 1.4 assists in 23 minutes of action. He's also shooting 44.9% from 3 on about 4 attempts, which is 11th best in the entire league. He was a good prospect coming out, but like I said, that age really kept him from being taken much higher, and the Memphis Grizzlies really lucked out with this one. The fourth player we're going to talk about is Jayden McDaniels out of Washington. Jayden McDaniels fell to the 28th pick where he was selected by the Minnesota Timberwolves after they acquired that pick in the trade for Ricky Rubio. So far this season, Jayden McDaniels is just averaging only 5.1 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 1.0 assists in 19.1 minutes per game. He's also averaging 1.1 blocks per game, and his block percentage is currently 13th in the entire league. He's number 1 for rookies in block percentage as well. At just 6'10" and 185 pounds, playing the power forward position, Jayden McDaniels has looked really good defensively against some of the top players in the league, including blocks on Zion Williamson and LeBron James. He was a highly ranked recruit out of high school, but he had questions about his motor and his attitude at Washington, which made NBA GMs shy away from taking him. He's shown so far this season that he not only tries his best at all times, he's also shown good demeanor on the court and has proved that that is not a problem for him so far in the NBA. On top of Jayden McDaniels being a really good defender, he also has a lot of tools to become a really good offensive player. He knocks down threes at about a 35% clip, and he has a smooth handle and a really good overall feel for the game. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves really lucked out with Jayden McDaniels falling all the way to 28th. I thought he could have been a lottery talent this year, and he's proving it so far. The fifth and final player we're going to talk about is point guard Cole Anthony for the Orlando Magic. Cole Anthony slid to the 15th overall pick in the draft. So far, Anthony is averaging 11 points, 4.5 rebounds, and almost 4 assists in 27 minutes of action. He was a big-time player out of high school, but he fell in the draft due to a poor year at North Carolina. It wasn't all on him, though. His teammates weren't giving him any help, and he had to basically be their entire team on the offensive side of the floor. For an Orlando Magic team that has been injury-riddled so far this season, Anthony has been a huge bright spot for them as they've needed help at the guard positions, especially after the injury to Markelle Fultz. Unfortunately, Anthony currently is sitting out with a broken rib and is out at least until after the All-Star break, hopefully not much longer than that. But Cole Anthony overall has shown that he deserved to be a lottery pick, but unfortunately slipped out and went 15th overall, but the Magic are pretty happy about that. Cole Anthony definitely has a bright future ahead of him. So those 5 players I just named are players that I think NBA teams are going to be really upset about not drafting a few years down the line. They might not be the 5 best players in this class, but they definitely deserve to be drafted higher than they were. Each of them is a unique player and they have unique talents that could have helped pretty much every NBA team around the league, but they fell into good positions for all of them, and I think they're all going to thrive for years down the road. But let me know who you think is the biggest steal so far of the 2020 NBA draft. Let me know in the comments. Maybe it's not even somebody that I named here, but these are just my 5 personal biggest draft steals. But I want to hear your guys, like I said, in the comment section below. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I appreciate you all, and I'm out.